Welcome to the podcast Behind the Counter with your host, me, Heidi Blum, also known as the Food Czar. I was born and bred in Livingston, New Jersey, and I have seen firsthand over the past few years how food and the people behind the counter can bring a community together. We all have a story. We all have an appetite. Each episode will explore the thread between food, people, and community, and the stories that weave them all together. So let's get behind the counter and dig in. Here we go.
This is Behind the Counter.
Beyond the counter.
With the Food Zone. Here's Heidi.
Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Counter with the Food Czar, which is me, Heidi Blum. I'm very excited about this one because we've been trying to schedule this for a very long time. I am sitting with Melanie, Chef Mel. And we are at a Mother's Touch Bistro.
Yes.
Now, a Mother's Touch Bistro, for those of you who don't know, on the outside it says soul food. And I have a feeling that Chef Mel is the soul that goes into soul food. And we're going to unpack a lot of things. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to unpack a lot of things. I'm excited about this because I feel like I see you all the time and you seem like you and your food both have a story, right? I feel like when you cook soul food, it's not just cooking soul food.
Right.
There's something a little bit deeper than that. That's, and I hope that's true.
It is, for sure.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start from the beginning. Okay, so I know people know you as Chef Mel. I know that you took over this space, which is on South Livingston. Oh, no, it's not South Livingston.
36 West Mount
Pleasant Avenue, which
yeah.
used to be the house of Tutti Fresco.
Right,
so
right.
this is big shoes to fill in this space. It's,
Yes.
I think maybe some good luck. But I know that your sign went up that you were coming during COVID.
Yes.
I remember the town, like, everyone asking me, yes,
What is that?
what's coming?
What's going on?
Yeah. So let's hear a little bit about your journey, not only to getting to the space, but like where are you from originally? How did you get into cooking? All of that.
Okay. So I'm from Jersey. I grew up in South Orange, Maplewood area. Graduated from Columbia and went to culinary school. I went to Hudson College in Jersey City. Then I did another program, and I did Johnson & Wells. So I went to like 3 different schools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've realized when I graduated high school that I love cooking. I was always by my mom, my grandmother's hip in the kitchen, you know, so
they
I'm
were
like 4
they
or
were
5
big
years old.
they were big cooks.
My mom is a great cook, great baker. My grandmother was a fabulous cook.
Where is your grandmother and mother from? Are they originally from South Orange, Maplewood?
No. So I am, but we're from the South. We're from North Carolina.
I hear a little twang in there.
Yeah. They're from, my grandmother's from Maxton, my grandfather's from Laurinburg. Those are 2 small towns in North Carolina, kind of close to South Carolina.
Okay, and the cooking that your grandmother did, what were her specialties?
Oh, man, her potato salad. If you look on my menu, it says Grandma's potato salad. Her.
So hold on. Let's stop. What makes Grandma's potato salad that you just gave a look that was like, man? So what's in it that makes it so special?
A lot of love. A lot of love. A lot of love. Her secrets.
That we're not going to learn today.
Right.
Exactly. That only get passed down in your family. Yeah.
Yes.
So her potato salad.
Her potato salad, her collard greens.
Okay, let me ask you about collard greens. Because I've had this discussion actually just recently.
Okay.
Collard greens are so healthy for you, but people have to make them so perfect for them not to be bitter. I feel like it's
for them not to be bitter.
Yeah.
I'm starting a little garden in the back here. I'm gonna be growing my own collard greens.
Oh, really?
Yes, because my grandmother would grow her own collard greens.
Maybe that's what it is. It's in the soil.
That's the thing. Well, yeah, fresh collard greens you can't beat those.
But is there a secret to making perfect collard greens? Or is that
I
love
will
also?
always say a pinch of sugar. They're bitter.
Yes.
So you know, Southern way, we always kind of do like a stock. We use the smoked turkey. If you eat pork, you can use the smoked pork. And you just kind of boil that in like chicken stock
Yeah.
for like an hour before you add the greens. So that's like a secret. But if you don't eat meat, you can just do like garlic, onions.
You could do a vegetable
But you
broth.
would blanch.
Yeah.
You would blanch your greens and then cook them down.
I
You know,
see.
you do
Yeah.
onion, garlic, butter, like I said, broth, vegetable broth. Yeah. And a little pinch of sugar.
So what, and then what is your mother's, you said she was a baker.
She's a good cook and she's a baker.
Better baker than cook?
Yeah.
And what, so what's her specialty?
I mean, holiday time, she probably does about 100 to 125 tins of cookies she gives to people. Every year people are waiting for Angela's cookies.
Oh, you should sell them here.
I know. I tell her all the time. She does some of my cakes sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What about your banana?
But that's me. That's Chef Mel.
That's all Chef Mel.
That's all Chef Mel.
It's banana, what is it? Banana like Banana Foster. Not like banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
With vanilla
banana
wafers.
Foster banana pudding.
With vanilla wafers.
Yeah, with vanilla wafers and chessman cookies.
Yeah. That's good. So, okay, so you grew up side by side with your grandmother and your mother, and then you said, you know what, I love this. This is what I want to do. So you go to culinary school.
Yeah. I became obsessed with, even before I started school, I became obsessed with like Paula Deen. Like I was watching back then, Food Network was big.
Yeah.
So I was
Paula
watching
Deen
Guy
was the first
Fieri,
one, right?
Bobby Flay, Paula Deen. It was Summer, I forget her last name, but Summer something. A lot of different people. I was just obsessed.
You go to culinary school, you watch it's the early Food Network,
Food Network, yeah.
And then you graduate, and then where was your first cooking job?
My first cooking job, well, before I graduated, I had to intern at Papillon. She was a friend of the family. She's actually still my mentor to this day. But she was a friend of the family too, because her restaurant's in South Orange, so we used to always go there. I interned there, and then she hired me, so I was on the line, one of the cooks on the line there.
So cool. You go, yes, chef. Yes, chef.
After that, I went to Suburban and Union Country Club. I worked at a lot of country clubs. I did fine dining.
Really?
Yeah, for the most of my career when I didn't have a, fine
The country
dining.
country clubs it's a tough gig, I think.
Yeah, I loved it though because in winter I would have off.
Yes.
Like a few months.
Yeah.
So I was so used to that.
So when you were off, were you doing cooking on the side also?
Even when I was working, I still did catering.
So was your goal always to have your own place, or was your goal to cater, or was your goal to just let me see where my cooking's going to take me?
I always wanted to. My dream was to have a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah, my dream was to have a restaurant. What kind of restaurant? I really didn't know. I just knew I wanted a restaurant. But I knew catering would kind of get my name out there, get people to know about me. So I started my catering company, I want to say in 2012.
And that was called A Mother's Touch.
A Mother's Touch.
Yeah.
Just A Mother's Touch, yeah.
Okay, so 2012, you started your catering company. And how was it starting that? Was it hard to find the customer base, or did people know you from around?
A few people knew of me, and I think that's what, friends would give me a chance to cater for them. Family friends would, they were networking, telling people about me. So I got to start cooking for people quickly. It happened,
So were you like, I'm psyched, this is.
Yeah, I loved it.
I love it. Were you raising a family during that?
I did have my son.
Okay.
I had my son. Yeah, because I actually had my son. I was pregnant with my first job.
Oh my God, that's not easy. Being on your feet and cooking.
I was pregnant when I was at Papillon.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you create your catering business, you start building up your base, right? Your customer base. You're doing parties, you're doing holidays, you're doing the whole catering circuit.
Right.
And then you say, now's the time to open a restaurant?
Now's the time.
What made you say now's the time?
Well, because COVID hit.
Yeah.
And at the time, So I've worked in a lot of different places. Like I said, country clubs. I've done schools, hospitals. At the time, I was at St. Barnabas. I was food service manager, patient ambassador at St. Barnabas.
Hold on, you didn't even mention that. You just went from catering. That's a big job. So wait, you did say it again. So you were okay. Hold on. We went papillon.
Yeah.
Papillon. How do you say it?
Papillon. Butterfly in French.
So fancy. Yeah, I'm like, I can't speak French a lick of it. So Papillon.
Yes.
And then your catering, and then the country club, and then St. Barnabas?
Well, no. So from the country club, I went from country club to country club.
Okay.
That was back in 2012 when I first started at Suburban.
Okay.
So I didn't get this building until 2020. So all those years. So I did Suburban Country Club. I've done Watchung. I worked at Watchung. I worked in Roseland. Or was it Little Falls? Roseland. Essex Fells.
Oh, Essex Fells
Yeah.
Country Club?
Yeah, I was there for a few years.
Yeah.
Essex Fells. Then left there. I went to William Patterson. I was catering chef there.
At the university?
Willie P. Mm-hmm.
Wow, Willie P.
Yeah. Then I left there.
You run the whole dining room?
I did all the catering. That was all me.
Wow.
All me. Yeah.
That's intense. And then St. Barnabas, what was the position?
I was food service manager, so I ran the kitchen whenever my shift was.
Right.
And then also I was patient ambassador, so if you were staying in the hospital and you were having an issue with the food, I was the person coming to see you to resolve the issue.
That's pretty good.
So I've worked in a lot of different food, I've done.
Which one was your favorite out of all the different things you've done?
I would have to say country club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get the time off.
Yeah, I like time off, and I like cooking,
Yeah.
We did a lot of catering on the high end.
So COVID happens.
Yes.
And I'm going to guess that COVID happens and you're like, people aren't going to be catering food. Or no, maybe people were catering food to their homes. What was the mindset then?
I don't, what really made me, because my kids, they were home from that, and that's where it came from. Because, my husband does real estate, so he saw the sign.
Andre does real estate?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's hysterical. He's so cute.
So he saw the sign, so he was like, let me see who has it.
Wow.
That's how it happened.
So, I mean, an interesting time to decide to do this. But,
right.
But also I could see how it makes sense because, it gives you time to open the restaurant. There's no rush, really, because people weren't going to restaurants.
Right, no.
And you had to do the construction in here.
Yeah.
And come up with probably the plan.
Everything, yeah.
I mean, that's exciting, probably.
Yeah.
Probably
It
very
was
stressful.
Exciting.
And
very stressful, but very excited at the same time.
And then during COVID, were you doing meals for people?
Yeah.
A lot of catering.
I started doing
home.
like Fridays. I would do Friday food delivery.
Yeah.
So I had a kitchen that I was running out, and we would literally deliver. I was delivering to Piscataway, all over Jersey, my dinners on Fridays. So it would be like twice a month I would do that.
How would you get the word out? Was it?
I was social media.
Social media.
Social media. And then once people had it, people were ordering, like jobs were ordering. I would have 30 orders from a school or from an office. It was crazy.
That's crazy. It's interesting because I think out of all the different industries during, restaurants were hit the hardest.
Right.
Right? But at the
Right.
same time, I think restaurants had the flexibility to pivot.
Takeout.
Family meals.
Uber Eats, takeout. That became crazy.
Yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, as a caterer, I could see how it became a natural pivot for you to say, I'm just going to put a blast out on
Right.
social media. Here,
Right.
order your meal and we'll drop it off.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's probably how you got a following. Would you say that's like when that started for you? Because you seem to have a big following.
I had a little, yeah. We went viral back in May. So that my following became even more bigger.
Which May? Of 2020? Or
no, of 2023.
Whoa, how did that happen?
I had 2 different food bloggers came by.
Right? Not the food czar.
Not the food czar.
I came here early.
You did.
Yeah.
And because of you, I was very busy too when I
Thank
first
you.
opened.
Thank
so I
you.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
But I had 2 different food bloggers that came by the same week. And they posted my video within the same week.
Yeah.
So they're both really big, influential food bloggers that have probably close to 80 to 100,000 followers.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
So March of 2020, Andre sees this spot. Everyone's home on lockdown. You're catering out of your house.
Right.
And you get this restaurant.
Yes.
So we do the construction. You
Do
come
the
up with
construction.
the restaurant plan. You open the door when?
It was 2021.
Was it? Yeah. So So March of 2021 takes you a year. It takes you a year because that's right.
Yeah,
it did
'cause
take
took
you
me
a
a
year.
year.
Yeah.
I know people were like, "What's going on with this restaurant?" But
Everybody
we went to a lot
was
of
like, "What's going on?"
loopholes.
So what's interesting is in March of 2020, I think in the spring, I came to the outside of this building because a lot of people were asking, and I
Right.
said a Mother's Touch Bistro is coming.
Yes.
And I think
You
I
had
reached
the hot
out to you.
sauce.
I had the hot sauce.
Yes.
I had the
Crystals.
crystal hot.
Yes,
That's I had
yeah.
the right hot sauce.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I knew
right.
my stuff. No Cholula.
No.
Yeah. So, but I remember when I posted it, so many people in town said, "Oh my God, we love her food. Oh my God." So
I had already catered for a few people.
I was gonna say a lot of people in town knew who you were, and I think
Right.
they knew you also from school. Your name was subtly around,
Right,
And I
right.
was like, I don't know her.
Yeah.
Now I
Let
do.
me find out who this Chef Mel
Yeah, who's this
is.
Chef Mel lady? Who is she? What's happening? Yeah.
Yes.
So you open in March of 2021 with a big sign on the window that says Soul Food.
Yes.
Now, being a food czar in Livingston, I can't believe I just said that, but being the food czar in Livingston,
Right.
but growing up in Livingston and being a resident of Livingston
Mm-hmm.
currently, we're very heavy on the pizza,
Yes.
Italian food. We're very heavy on, I would say, the diner type of food.
Okay.
We are really not heavy at all in soul food.
Yes.
So how do you define, for those who are not sure what soul food is, how do you define what soul food is?
It's food cooked with love.
With
you know,
soul.
from the like your mother, your grandmother made it,
But like my great grandmother was the best cook. I definitely don't say it was soul food. I say
Right.
it was like,
But it's food cooked with love. If you respect food and love food, that's you taste something, you're like, oh my God, this is delicious.
you feel it in the
You
soul.
feel it in the soul.
But
Right.
soul food typically is, I think, referred to as Southern food,
Southern, yes.
right?
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think the Southern, I think that cuisine, it's like they know how to do it, right? I don't know how to make a fried chicken at all.
But that's why L-Town got to come to Mother's Touch. And
That's
we
right.
We don't only do soul food, like we said, I do catering.
So, I think what people, they see the sign soul food and they're not sure,
What
right?
we have here.
Exactly.
Yes.
But we're going to go through what you have here so
Okay.
people understand exactly.
right,
I think
right.
a lot of people, there's a little bit of a pocket of people here who
Mm-hmm.
love New Orleans, who go to Jazz Fest all the time, and they
Right.
eat all the food down there.
Yes.
That's soul
It
food.
is. I have my
and
regulars.
that's what's happening here. Right? So if we go through the menu, we're not going to go through the entire menu, but we're going to hit the highlights because there's a lot of highlights, and I think I'm hoping after people hear this, they're going to go, oh my God, I didn't even know this existed in town.
Right.
Right? So I would say, I'm even just looking at the signs in here, right on the counter. The biggest thing is your fried chicken meal,
Right.
right? I
And
mean,
the Tuesday special with the fried chicken meal.
right.
So for families, you get 2 entrees for $22.
Yeah.
2-piece.
And let me tell you something. Your portions are not small.
Right. No, you can eat off of that for 3-4 days.
That's what I'm
if you
saying.
wanted
So it's
to.
not. It's for like 3 families. Yeah,
Yes,
no, but it's a good portion of food.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So your fried chicken. What makes your fried chicken? If you had to do a fried chicken throwdown,
Okay.
what makes yours the best?
The spices.
Secret
The
spices.
the secret spices.
Everything's a secret.
I can't give out. I can't give out my recipes.
No, I
But you
get it.
you gotta know. I mean, clean oil is number one. Yeah.
And then it's the seasonings.
Then it's the seasoning.
And is it drenched in buttermilk? Do you do that?
I don't do buttermilk.
No. Okay. Is it a flour seasoning?
Flour seasoning. Yeah.
And that's it. Flour seasoning flour.
Seasoning and flour, and your chicken is seasoned also.
So you season the chicken,
Right.
you dip it in the flour seasoning, special
Uh-huh.
secret
Special
seasoning, And that's it, a one drench and then into the fryer?
That's it.
Wow. Now, the other thing that is one of my favorites
Okay.
is the jerk chicken.
Right. So we haven't talked about me having Caribbean.
That's what I want to talk
Yeah,
about also.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's that's why I want to go through the menu a little bit. So
Yeah,
it's soul food,
Right.
which is like the fried chicken, southern stuff. But then
Right.
all of a sudden we're going real south to Jamaica.
Right.
And we're
Yes.
getting, my favorite is jerk chicken.
Yes.
There's a place in Montego Bay called the Pork Pit.
I've heard of that place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I used to go on spring break with my college friends 3 years in a row.
Uh-huh.
That jerk chicken, you cannot beat the pork pit. If you beat the pork pit, Mel, you're no, but your jerk
That's
chicken
not the
is
first time I heard that.
Oh, your
Yeah.
jerk chicken is so do you have Caribbean roots in there or
Well, my husband is Jamaican.
oh.
So that's why the restaurant is soul food. I love New Orleans, so that one of my people I looked up to in the cooking industry was Dookie Chase Lena. She passed now, but she has a famous Dookie Chase restaurant. She was 95 when she passed.
Wow.
The fried catfish, the dirty rice. I've always wanted to run like gumbo as a special. Maybe we'll start doing something like that where I do like a Louisiana day. Yeah.
So Andre, your husband,
Right.
is Jamaican.
Roots from Jamaica.
He also mans the grill in the back, doesn't he?
does. The jerk chicken.
He does the jerk chicken. Let's get into the sides, which I think are very important, is the
Okay.
mac and cheese.
Right. That's my signature
Is it
side.
7 cheese mac and cheese?
7 cheese mac and cheese.
Can you say the cheeses that are in the 7
I
cheeses?
can't tell you all the cheeses.
Oh my God, Mel.
I definitely use Gouda.
That's
cheddar.
a big, I noticed watching all the cooking shows, Gouda is a big cheese
so
to use
good.
in a melted situation. Yeah.
Cheddar. Colby.
Colby Jack. Do you think you'll ever sell your sauces?
I would love to. Everybody keeps telling me that.
You
would
should.
be-
You have
that
the
would be-
cutest, like your logo's cute. You have
Yeah.
the sweetest, cutest face. I feel like it would be
you.
I feel like it would be a moneymaker. That's what I
you.
feel like. I'd be happy to push your
Okay.
Chef
okay.
Mel's special sauce.
All right, I'm gonna keep that.
The fried Brussels with Parmesan,
Yes.
which I think is an interesting thing to have. Is that a Southern thing? Because I
No.
feel it's not.
No.
That's more like, I feel like in a normal restaurant, not normal,
We
but
have-
you know what I'm saying,
Right, not a
American
soul
restaurant,
food, American
yeah.
bar grill or whatever.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
like having Brussels with
sprouts.
Parmesan. Okay, so the other things we have, so we have the fried chicken we discussed. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of fish and seafood.
We do.
Both, I would say, are Southern and a little Caribbean.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Po' boys. Let's discuss a po' boy.
Po' boy.
Explain a po' boy.
To me, it starts with the bread. The bread has to be right.
So-
Because in New Orleans, they use a certain, like, it has to be almost like a soft roll, not hard. Okay? If you get the hard rolls, that's just not going to be right.
But is the roll, it's not like a bao bun.
It's a sub roll, but it's like, it's soft.
Yeah.
It's not a hard, sometimes you have a sandwich and the rolls are hard.
The outside has a crunch.
It has
This
a
doesn't crunch.
Right. This doesn't really have a crunch because it's seafood on
Inside.
it. It's seafood on it.
It's fried seafood on it.
It's fried, but when you bite, still when you bite into a piece of fried catfish, the catfish is soft.
Right. But the
you-
fried is crunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a
yeah.
textural thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I get it.
Right,
I get it.
right,
Okay.
right. So it comes with lettuce, tomato, onion, special Cajun sauce, the fried Cajun catfish, and the fried Cajun shrimp, and
Okay.
pickles.
Always pickles.
Yeah.
Pickles are the best.
Yeah.
I don't know how people don't realize that this is the place to get chicken and waffles.
Yes. We do sweet potato waffle. With
Really?
honey fried chicken. Yeah.
It's a sweet potato waffle? Oh yeah. So is it? Can you order? Is it a regular? Is that
You
the
can
only
do regular
waffle?
too if you want.
Yeah,
just
but sweet
add.
potatoes the better.
But that's my thing. I love
Oh.
the sweet potato waffle. They're really good.
That's her thing, people.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
They're-
Sweet potato
they're
waffle with
delicious.
fried chicken, a little syrup on top. It's like salty, sweet,
Little honey.
and sweet and
Yeah.
salty.
Yep.
Yeah.
With bourbon syrup.
And then egg rolls, which I think is interesting
Yes.
because that's not a Southern thing.
No. But it's like a fusion. That's
It's
the
a
thing.
fusion.
People think when they see soul food, we're doing a lot of different things here.
That's-
It's not just like old school, it's kind of new with new traditions, just new, it's fun.
So you're
It's fun. It's not, it's fun.
Are you enjoying so far the restaurant business?
I am.
What do you think is the hardest part of being in the restaurant business?
I would say staffing.
Is it hard to know on a daily basis what the order's going to be, how to inventory the
Right.
restaurant?
Well, we do inventory every night, just every day when we're leaving to see what we need, or that's important. You got to have what you need. Yeah, I mean, we take it day by day.
Now, and you're still doing the catering as well.
Very big, yeah.
The catering. Do you think the catering is the bigger part of it?
I would like it to be, but it's not there yet.
What's the best thing since opening?
I would say the best thing is me just being my own boss now. It's a great feeling. Feeding people, people tasting my food. That's like big for me.
So like when people come in and they're just like, I didn't know you were here, and they taste something and they're like, oh my God, that's the best thing, and then they come back.
I get that all the time. Like, wow, you're really a diamond in the rough. Some people don't know I'm here.
Some people don't know here. Well, that's sort of why we're doing this today.
They stumble across. Some people are just getting gas and come in like, oh my God, this food is so good.
If you had to say to yourself, if I had to look a year from now, what is it that you are hoping for?
A year from now, to be more stable with the business, to learn more, and hopefully be looking at another location.
Like a franchise, or?
I want to, yeah. I always say I want to keep this location because this is my first.
Yeah. This is what do they call it? A flagship.
Right. But eventually move on to
other towns,
and even outside of Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Dream big. Do you think how many kids do you have?
2.
Do you think they'll go into this business?
I would love to generational wealth, leave it to my kids.
Do they have an interest in cooking?
My daughter does, not my son.
Yeah. So do you see your daughter, like in your daughter, do you see you with your mom?
Yeah. She comes here, she's like right on my hip.
Isn't that amazing?
She's 7.
So at 7 years old, think of yourself at 7 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
And the impact just cooking with your mom and your grandmother had on you. It defines who you are today.
Yep,
right?
for sure.
So, I mean, how nice is that story?
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does your mom still cook?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll cook for the holidays and,
Does she like your cooking?
She does.
She proud of you?
She's very proud.
She should be.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So the majority of the people that are coming to the restaurant, do you feel that they're from Livingston, or do you feel that they're from outside?
I think that I would say 15% could be Livingston.
Yeah.
And 75% more than 5 miles they're coming.
So we need to change the minds of the people listening to this. In Livingston.
Yes,
so we need to explain to them exactly what soul food is.
Right.
And what Chef Mel is doing.
Yes.
So I think the message would be soul food is just cooking from the heart and the soul.
Cooking from the heart, from the soul. But, the roots are obviously from the South. If you want just some comfort food, some good mac and cheese, fried chicken, collard greens, this is the place to come.
And you heard the twang,
chicken,
people. You heard the twang in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some good fried chicken. If you want some jerk chicken, we have that too. Rice and peas. We also have vegetarian options. We have vegan options. We do jerk tofu. We do sliders for kids. We have lunch specials every day, $12.
Do you see things like selling your sauces?
Yes, in the near future. Absolutely. My Cajun sauce, I would love to bottle that.
A cookbook?
I would love to do that.
Look, we're going to come up with a good plan for you right now.
Yeah.
And what people should know also is that the holidays are coming up, and people are hosting a lot of parties and family dinners and stuff like that.
We have holiday packages.
Yeah, so you can go online to motherstouchbistro.com.
Right. You can give us a call.
Yeah.
We also will post it on social media.
What's your Instagram?
Instagram is a Mother's Touch Bistro, and Facebook is a Mother's Touch Bistro and Catering. Okay,
amazing.
So we'll post for Christmas and holidays. We'll post it. We'll post the menu.
So if Chef Mel could go back to being that little girl, standing next to your mother and grandmother, what would you go back and tell that little girl?
You can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it.
Amen.
It's that simple, Don't give up.
I mean, what a good message for people out there, right? I mean,
you have something in your mind, you got to do it, And I've noticed sometimes when you tell people what you want to do, sometimes they're afraid for you. So they tell you, I don't know, but that's your dream, that's your vision.
Yeah.
That you have to conquer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're getting emotional? Oh. But you know what? I mean, I don't know you very well, but I know the work that it takes to do this.
Yeah.
I know that you are talented and that you are, a freaking badass woman.
Thank you.
And you know what? That should fuel you. You have a little girl of your own that's watching you.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What an amazing role model. And for any, I don't know if kids ever listen to my podcast, that's for sure. But, at the end of the day, people see and watch. I mean, if I could go back and there's 10 things I would go back and do if I could do it all over again.
Right.
Life is short. And if you don't do it, you'll never know.
Right, exactly.
So you are proof in the pudding. No pun intended, right? But you're proof in the pudding that, you set your mind to something, you believe in yourself and your talent, and you say, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I know I can do it. This is my passion. This is my, my dream. So.
Well, guess what? You're showing that dreams come true, right? And I can't wait for a year from now, and I can't wait to go online or into a market and see your cute little sweet face on a bottle of hot sauce.
That would be awesome sauce.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Chef Mel,
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I really
you.
hope everybody out there comes and sees you, because I think when you see Chef Mel, you're going to know immediately that you're getting food with love.
Absolutely.
Right? And I
Yes.
think, I think people should hopefully understand that soul food, is
It's a good thing.
it's a good
good thing.
it's an
It's not
amazing
bad.
thing. It's not bad. We're recording this during the holiday season, so
Yes.
I want to wish you and your family a very, very happy holiday.
Yes.
May
Thank
2024 be even more successful than 2023.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you
Heidi.
so much for sitting here with me. I
No
truly
problem.
appreciate it. I'm so glad we finally got it done.
Thank you.
Mwah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you are hearing this message, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I'm truly grateful for you and this opportunity. The purpose of the Behind the Counter podcast is to bring food, people, and community together. I hope you'll return for more episodes and explore with me. I want to personally thank Fran Linnell of Design 68 for my amazing Behind the Counter podcast logo, and Travis Lohenberg for my awesome Behind the Counter music, and all the guests that take their time to sit and talk with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you hear your podcasts. If you'd like to support the Behind the Counter podcast, please subscribe, share with your friends and family, and you can follow me on Instagram at Heidi Blum. If you have any feedback or stories that you want to share, you can email me at foodsarbtc@gmail.com.